Thanks for joining me again today. What we've got is my trusty old planer. This is the Bosch, this is the Bosch PHO15-82. I've had this for absolutely ages and ages. And that's probably not helped matters because when I started up, the blade doesn't spin. So we've got the cutter in the bottom there that should be rotating and doing the business, but it's not. So what's the problem? I'm really hoping it's the belt that's inside the drive here from the motor to the blade that's broken. So we're going to try and change that over. Also, the cutters on the bottom, one of them's got a little nick in it, so I'm going to put some new blades in it as well. So yeah, let's strip it down and sort it out. Right, let's go for it. So what we've got is the side with the writing and the Bosch on it. Behind here is where the belt drive is. It's a little Torx screw down there. So let's just find out which one it is. I've got this little set here, which is brilliant. It's got loads of bits in it. It's the TX20. So we'll pop that into the end of there and we'll just whiz out the... Pop the screw out of there. And with a bit of luck, off it comes. Look, there's the cover off. And oh Jesus, there's the remnants of the old belt. Look, absolutely ripped to pieces, snapped straight through. Like I say, it's had a good life though. I must say it's not done bad. We'll just check these. So that's pretty good. Don't feel too bad. It's it's not got no play in it. So, and obviously the motor drive is there. So we've got a new belt. I can't remember which one it says in this packet here. So straight off the internet. I'll put a link in the description to the Amazon shop for a new belt. Beautiful. So there it is. So now we've just got to get that onto there, which shouldn't be too difficult. We just hook it on. And then just slowly wind it on, just as we rotate that round, just so it pops over. Oops, try again. Get that lined up into there again. We'll start just on the edge and then wind it round. There it goes, and then just push it down into place. Beautiful. So that's the first bit done. We've now got the belt on and we're spinning again. So we can drop this cover back on, pop the screw back in. It's great, you can get all the replacement parts. All the replacement parts for this stuff. I mean, you know, you don't want to buy a new one. They're not cheap to buy to replace the actual machine. Right, and so what we've got here is the blades inside, and they're trapped. Like I just showed you there, I should have took it out. We've got an Allen key in the back of the machine there. You just whiz that out, and then you've got clamping claws on both sides for these little blades. So let's have a look, see what we've got in here. Again, I'll put the link in the description for the blades. Look at them, look, beautiful. Super. Get them out of the packet without bending them. Obviously we don't want to do any damage to them before we started. I've got two cutting blades there. These are two-sided as well, so when one side wears you can spin them over and put them in the other way. So you do get, you know, more use out of these. if the blade you've got have you got a nick in your blade, like you can see on here. If you can see that blade there, it's actually cracked in 2 places. Because it's broke right through, that's no good. I can't spin it over. But I've already turned this in the past anyway, so the other side, that one doesn't look too bad, to be fair. It's not got no nicks in it, but the other side was the one that was the bad one. You can compare the size of the new and the you know, identical lens, identical sizes, so that's good. Okay, let's whip this one out. What we're going to do is just get the Allen key. We're just going to crack off these clamps. Oh, that's tight. I'll go on its side. Crack these off. These ain't been out for a while. Jesus, these ain't been out forever, probably. Oh, that's that one. That one's loose. That one's loose. So it's that bottom one. Oh. Oh, that one's really tight. Try doing it up and then undoing it again. Just get it working. There's always one. Do you know what? I'm just going to get something bigger than that. Maybe a bit more. Got my trusty old set of sockets here, and I think it's that one, isn't it? Yeah. Let's pop that on there. Undo. Let's see if we can't get this one moving with a bit more welly on it. Oh, this makes all the difference. Look, tool for the job. Okay, now that's freed off. Yeah, that's better. Look. Okay, so they're all loose now. Right then, let's go back to what we were up to. We'll release those. And blade becomes loose and you can just slide it out up. So we just slide that out sideways. And you can see it's got the groove in it. We get the new one and we put that back in exactly the same. Slide it in down the groove. We get it in the middle of the track, which is just there like that. Gently hold it in place and then we'll just nip it up. Start with the middle one. Okay, so that's nipped in place. We can just check it again now, make sure we're in the middle, which we are. And then we can do these up. You haven't got to reef them up really tight. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right, so that's the first one done. Let's spin it around now for the second one. See if we can get these undone. See how tight these ones are. Oh, that one's better. Yeah, this side's a lot easier. Okay, so that's the start there. Again, we'll give it the, just crack them off, get them off a bit looser. Give yourselves a fighting chance of getting it out. Just rotate it back. Now this one's going to come out in pieces, look, because it's obviously been twazzled. Oh, this one's getting tight. Right. Yeah, this one's because it's broken, it's got a bit stuck. I'll just get a little screwdriver in there and just see if I can help it on its way. You can see how it's actually now puckering up and wanting to come out the top because it's all busted up. Got bits of it coming out. There's a bit of it. Look at that. It's actually and it's got all crud in there. Look, that's where it's broken. It's got bits of dirt. That's why it's stuck. So I can separate that a little bit. Well, I'll take that completely off, I think. I can sort that out and whip that off. Get that plate out the side. And then we've got this. You can just crack them off as well. Now I can get that out. Take that right out. Bits of blade and all sorts there, look. This one's well and truly stuck. There it goes. Look at that, just stuck on with a load of crud. We'll clean that up. Put that first plate back in again. Let's just clean that up there. Get rid of that bit on the back. We'll drop that back in again. And now we've just got to get this dead central. It was smack bang in the middle. You can see the alignment there. So as we get all those screw holes exactly central, we can drop us two. We'll slide that new blade back in. Got a new one here. Need to put the old one back in. We'll slide the new one in. And we can whiz them back up again. And we'll do them up hand tight with the put that into the, so we're dead central on that. Let's block these up. Okay. So even when they're in and they're locked in place, this will still move. It's the outer that clamps it. But what these two screws do is actually adjust this plate. So if your cutters are not cutting exactly the same height, and the way you can do that is with a straight edge. So I mean, anything with a straight edge. I've got my little ruler here. What I can do is just check this out by putting the straight edge on, making sure that we can set that to 0. I'll slide this blade in again. I just dropped it. So once we're in there, we can rotate this round to the first cutter and make sure that the height of the cutter is exactly in line at its highest point, which is just the top dead center, and we can see that it's touching. You can see how it's just touching on the blade. Do it front and back, rotate it round, and do exactly the same on this side. And if it's any different, just crack on. If it's any different, we can adjust that plate there on these eccentric sliders. Right, so we're back in, we're all lined up again. We can drop his clamping bracket back in again. We'll do all 3 of them back up. The middle one up, and just make sure again that we are dead central either side, aligning with the edges, which looks about right there. I'll nip that one. Nip that up. Nip that up. 3, that's it, we're all done. Right. Right, Truth, let's plug it in. Okay, plugged in the wall. Look at that go. Beautiful. So we're in, new belt on, new blades, new cutters. Let's see how she cuts. Beautiful. Yeah, that's nice that. This is solid oak as well, and it's gone straight through that, clean as a whistle. Made a really nice job. The problem was I clipped a nail. I was planing a piece of old timber and it got a nail in it, and this is what it did. Look, it absolutely smashed the blade to bits. shattered it into 3 pieces. Yeah, it's just, look at that, twazzled through it. And the belt, again, this is just over time. It's got weak. You can feel it, and it's gone very brittle. It's gone kind of crispy, and that has just shattered, sort of snapped straight through. I'll put all the links in the Amazon shop at the end of the video. It's in the description. Just scroll down, find the links, click on them, and cheap as chips. I think the belt was about £4 or something, and the blades were about the same. I can't remember off the top of my head, but the links will be in that description. All sorted. Tool maintenance, it's important, you know. This has cost me today because I broke this a while ago, never fixed it. I left it, I ordered the parts for it and never did it. Of course, now I come to want to use it and do a job, it don't work. So I've had to fix the blooming thing before I get started, and it's put me back by half an hour. But anyway, never mind. My fault. Chooching like a good in that. And yeah, job's a good one. If that's been of any use, if you've got one of these and you needed to fix it up, drop me a little thumbs up, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.